most insane coincidence that's happened to you? The day before, my daughter was going into kindergarten. Her father and I listened to the worst news of our lives. We spent the next 6 months in the hospital with her before she passed away. My husband and I split up shortly after, and I was alone for years. But one night after I got home from work, I sat on my back porch, remembering how she used to play in our backyard. I noticed something stuck in a bush around the side of my house. And when I got closer, it was a pink balloon. I was just going to throw it out, but saw it had a note taped to the side. I opened it and could see a message written in crayon. It was really hard to read, but it said, "Happy birthday, Mommy. Happy birthday, Mommy. I love you." I froze. My hands were trembling as I held the balloon, the paper slightly crumpled, the crayon smudged from the weather. My daughter had been gone for years, and yet, in that moment, it felt like she was right there, whispering to me in her tiny, familiar handwriting. I couldn't breathe at first, just stared at it, the world around me suddenly quiet, like the universe had paused for just this one instant. I looked around the yard. There was no one. No kids, no neighbors. Not even a hint that someone had been near the bush. The balloon was floating slightly, tethered to a branch, as if it had been waiting for me. I sat down slowly on the porch steps, the balloon in my lap, tears welling up in my eyes. I couldn't understand it. Who could have done this? How? Why now? After all these years? My mind kept circling back to the last birthday I spent with her. I remembered the cake, her tiny hands smearing frosting everywhere, her laugh echoing through the house. I remembered promising her I would always look out for her, always keep her in my heart. And now, somehow, some way, it felt like she was keeping that promise, that she was telling me she hadn't forgotten me. I brought the balloon inside, careful not to let it touch the floor. I didn't want to break the magic of it. I set it on the kitchen table and stared at it for what felt like hours. My husband had passed on his own grief silently, and our house had been so empty ever since. For the first time in years, it felt alive again. The color of the balloon, the crayon scribbles, it was childish, imperfect, and yet perfect all at once. The next morning, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I walked around the neighborhood, asking if anyone had seen a pink balloon stuck in my bush, or maybe a child delivering a note. No one had. It wasn't until I went back home and checked the back porch again that I noticed something else. A tiny key taped underneath the table, almost hidden. I picked it up and immediately my heart raced. It was old, small, but delicate, almost like it belonged to a jewelry box or a diary. I searched the house that afternoon, trying to find what the key might open. I looked in drawers, cabinets, the attic, even her old toy chest. And there, hidden behind some old photo albums in the top corner of the attic, I found it, a small wooden box I hadn't seen in years. I slid the key in, turned it, and the lock clicked open. Inside were letters, dozens of them, all written in her handwriting. Some were from when she was 5, some later before she passed. Birthday notes, little "I love you, Mommy" scribbles, even tiny drawings of our family. I couldn't stop crying. The most insane part? Each letter had a date, and the last one was marked for today, my birthday. It was as if she had planned this moment from beyond, leaving me something to find, to remind me that love never truly dies, that even after the worst heartbreak, there could be these impossible, magical moments. I sat there on the attic floor, reading through each note, laughing and crying at the same time, feeling her presence so strongly it was almost tangible. I didn't know if it was magic, fate, or just an unbelievable coincidence. Maybe it was someone else who found the letters in the balloon and wanted to give me a gift. But deep down, I knew it didn't matter. That pink balloon, the crayon note, the letters, they were a message straight to my heart. My daughter had found a way to reach me, across time, across years of pain and emptiness. And for the first time in a long time, I felt joy again. That night, I kept the balloon in my bedroom, letters spread across the bed, and whispered goodnight to her. "Thank you for remembering me, sweetheart. I love you too, always." And as I drifted to sleep, I felt her tiny hand on my shoulder, and a whisper of wind through the open window, carrying the faint smell of birthday cake, just like it used to be. Sometimes life gives you these impossible little gifts, moments so absurdly coincidental, so perfectly timed that you can't explain them. But maybe some things aren't meant to be explained. Maybe they're just meant to be felt. And that night, I felt every bit of her love again.